Welcome back. All right, so I want to talk about rookies today. I often get asked about rookies and, hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that guy? So today I'm going to talk about these rookies, and I had to cut it off somewhere. So there's 12 guys on the board, 5 forwards, 3 defensemen, 4 goaltenders. I had to cut it off because otherwise you end up talking about every single rookie in the league. And I want to talk about who's most likely to win the Calder and how me wearing Minnesota gear kind of gives away where I think it's going to end up, but it's interesting. So January's rookie of the month was Vitek Vanacek, who comes in while Samsonov's out and plays very, very well. February's rookie of the month is Tim Stützle of the Ottawa Senators, and Stützle, I think, is one of the favorites. Stützle, game in and game out, has been fantastic. Now, the thing is, your leading scorer will very often get a lot of votes for your Calder Award. That is Kaprizov. 23 games, 6 goals, 13 assists, 19 points for Kaprizov. So, for me, Kaprizov has a very, I'll say, strong likelihood of ending up winning it. And the thing with Kaprizov, too, is he is highlight reel almost every night. Stützle has that ability, too. That's something that I think is going to influence who gets the votes. So if you're looking at forwards, I think those are your two most likelies. But what's interesting is that Josh Norris has 5 goals, 10 assists, so he has 15 points. Very underrated rookie in Ottawa. Seasoned by rookie standards. Did play in the AHL prior to playing in the NHL, but he's been very good. Seamless transition. Pius Suter, playing for Chicago. Again, older than other rookies, but 8 goals, 5 assists for him. And Nils Höglander has been one of the hardest working Canucks so far this year, but at 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points in 29 games, the odds of him being anywhere near Kaprizov at the end of the year are basically zero. So he's on the board because he's one of the higher scoring rookies. But again, I would think that of the forward group, Kaprizov is the most likely. Stützle's right there with him. Those are your two most likely forwards. On the blue line, Ty Smith, who has been a fantastic story for the New Jersey Devils. 2 goals and 9 assists for him. Smith is the most likely of the defensemen, but don't rule out Jake Bean, who's only played 14 games so far. But if he's in their lineup every game from here going forward, and if he's scoring about a point every other game, goal and 6 assists, it's noteworthy. So even if he doesn't end up being one of the finalists for the Calder, he is likely to get a vote here and there because Bean has been very good for them. Juuso Välimäki, there was a lot of expectations for him this year. I don't think he's really been exactly what was hoped for when he came over. 26 games, 1 goal, 6 assists for him so far. And again, older, a little more experience than some of the other players on the board. I don't know that that has any effect on the Calder voting. I don't think it does. I know for some fans it does, but I don't think it has any effect on the actual voting. Now, in net, the one that I think has started to come on, and quietly come on, is Kaapo Kähkönen. So he gets his first shutout last night for Minnesota. And he's the second Minnesota Wild player on this board. So he's 10-4 with a .924 save percentage. Those are impressive numbers. I do wonder how many ballots we'll see at the end of the year where both of these guys get mentioned at the same time. And it bodes well for the future for the Minnesota Wild, right? That you have a goaltender who is playing very, very well, a forward who looks like he's a game breaker, and yeah, things look pretty good for Minnesota for a while to come if you can surround them with the right players. Vitek Vanacek, as I mentioned, who was the Rookie of the Month in January, 10-5-3 with a .906 save percentage. The .906 save percentage probably hurts him getting votes for Rookie of the Year. He could bring that up, absolutely. But he did struggle in February, and it's been kind of an up and down year, which happens with rookie goaltenders. So I think among rookie goaltenders, he's probably third on the list, because second on the list would be Kevin Lankinen. 9-4-4 with a .919 save percentage for the surprisingly relevant Chicago Blackhawks. So there's 2 Blackhawks on the board here, forward and a goaltender. I don't have Boqvist there for defenseman. Again, you've got to have a dividing line. Is Boqvist even on the list? Anyways, Yeah, quick double check. Yeah, no, he's not a rookie this year. I wanted to double check because I thought, but he's not. I don't have Mitchell on the board. Again, there's a lot of defensemen that you could throw on this board. This board you could easily fill with all the names. I don't want to do that. I want to get into who's most likely. So, yeah, Lankinen, 9-4-4. And then in Carolina, definitely making some waves. Alex Nedeljkovic, making the argument that he belongs in the top 2 goaltenders for them next season, whether it's as the backup, whether it's as the starter, or Rod Brindamore just rotates as goaltenders anyways, so it's probably a 1A, 1B situation. He's 4-2-1 with a 927 save percentage, so it's a smaller sample size, but his save percentage is higher than Kakonen's. If I had to pick which 3 I think end up being the 3 finalists right now, I would say Kaprizov, I would say Stützle, I would say Kakkonen. I would say those would be the 3 finalists. But I could see Norris ending up in there, and I could see Ty Smith ending up in there. And anybody else who's not on the board, there's no argument that Lafreniere may not end up becoming the best of this rookie class. And it's an argument that I've made before, that the Calder Trophy is just for that first year. It does not tell you who the best rookie is going to be at the end of their career. It doesn't tell you who the best player is going to be altogether. It's just who had the best year among the rookies. And that's really all that it tells you. Because when I see people saying, oh, look at this guy, he was a Calder and then he was a bust. Well, yeah, there are players who win the Calder and then they can't follow it up because it's one good year. It doesn't necessarily tell you who the best overall player is. The thing is, as much as you might want to throw asterisks next to players who win Calders and say, well, we'll see what happens, I do think Kaprizov is the best player. And again, it's for the same reasons that I've been saying in reviews lately. He's resurrected the career of Victor Rask. He has made his line mates more dangerous. Now, some of that comes down to Zuccarello and Kaprizov having really good chemistry together. But he's so strong on the puck, and I know he's older than some of the other players on the board too, but it feels like he's on that next level. Stützle is pretty darn close, and I think there will be first place votes for Stützle as well. But I think those are the 2 guys who are going to split the first place votes. And then anybody else who ends up being third, whether it's Kakkonen, whether it's Smith, whether maybe Suter goes on a run, ends up third in the voting, I think everybody else is going to be fighting it out for third place overall. I really think it's Kaprizov's year. And that was kind of expected. The one name, of course, that's not on the list, Lafreniere. We all kind of expected Lafreniere. I thought Lafreniere was going to be great this year. I thought, yep, Rookie of the Year, sure, why not? And it's led me to think, next year, Shannon, when you're picking out who you think might win Calder, avoid the teenagers. Avoid the young 18. Look for a guy who's coming over as a little more experienced. Maybe a guy whose their draft year was 2 years ago. Look for the older player. Because again, Lafreniere, Kakko, Hughes, these are all guys who've played as teenagers. I mean, Jack Hughes. And the result may be mixed in the beginning, and it may pick up later. I haven't given up on Kakko either, but, Jack Hughes shows that a first year doesn't necessarily tell you how the second year is going to go. So the question is, can anybody stop Kaprizov from winning Rookie of the Year? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.